Hey guys, this is the 31F walkthrough. Come with me, let's go check it out. Up front here is going to be your standard truck chassis up front. Normal controls on there with your blinkers, headlight, Bluetooth for your radio, all that stuff. We'll show you that on the inside here. These little black dots here on the side of the unit, that's going to be your blind spot camera system. So when you hit your blinker, you'll be able to see what's in your blind spot on either side of the unit. That will show up on the monitor itself on the inside. Then we'll go right here. This is going to be your generator down here. You won't have to go in here for anything. Just to tell people where it is. If you do have issues, that is where it's located. This is going to be a storage compartment. This is going to have your freshwater hose. You do have a set of wheel chocks in here as well. And you do have a 110 adapter. These do come standard with 30 amp plugs. You can wire this down to a 110 or all the way up. We have adapters all the way up to a 50 amp as well. In this compartment here, this is going to be where your power cord is for the unit. You'll open it with your silver 751 key, which will be on your keychain. You open this guy up, and this is going to be your 30 amp cord. There is that 50 amp adapter as well in here, and these adapters are super simple to use. You just pop these guys together, and then you hook it up to your power supply. There is some outlets in here as well, and there is a cable jack in this one. To close this compartment back up, use your silver 751 key, and just turn the lock. We'll go here, and this is some more storage in this guy. This is going to be your fuel cap here. This will be 87 to 91 octane in this guy. You're welcome to use either or. We prefer 91 octane, but that is totally up to you. Down here is going to be your dump station. You grab your sewer pipe that is located in the rear bumper, take your sewer cap off, twist that on, dump your black tank first. Your black is going to be your toilet water, and then you flush it with your gray. Gray is going to be shower and sink water. That way you have a nice clean hose for storage. We'll move into this compartment here. This is going to be your city water connection. If you guys are connected to water, I will show you which part you do hook up here, and then the valve system as well. All right, so you take your fresh water hose here, put it into the city water connection, and then the other end goes to your spigot that you are hooked up to. And this is going to be for refilling your tank as well as when you are hooked up to a site. For your valve system here, there is a diagram. So if you want to hook up to your city fixtures, which is going to be like your campground, you would turn this all the way over to a 1, and then you turn this all the way over to a 6. And that's going to be your city fill. Now, for normal use to suck water out of your holding tank, you'll take that guy over to 3 and put that other one up to 5, and that'll suck water out of your holding tank itself. Then I'll show you where the water pump switch is on the interior of the unit. This other inlet here, this is going to be for a black tank flush. That's going to be once you're dumping tanks, and if you want to run some water through your black tank to kind of clean it out, this is going to be where you hook up your hose right here. You do have an exterior hot and cold water system outside. That's great for like washing out coolers, washing out sandals, whatever you guys would like to do. This is going to be your low point drain right here. If you want to drain your fresh water holding tank, all you got to do is turn that guy and it'll start draining out. Back here in the bumper, this is going to be where your sewer hose is located. These just pop on and pop off. Sewer hose is going to be located inside the bumper there. On the rear of the unit, you'll have a backup camera here. When you do put the unit in reverse, you'll be able to see what is behind you. And there is also a function on the screen inside that you can turn the rear camera on when you are driving. There is also a 2-inch receiver tube in the back here for hauling bike racks and anything light like that. Wiring hookup back here if you'd like to tow a vehicle or a trailer that's required lights. You also do have a ladder to go up on top of the unit. On the passenger side of this unit, you do have some nice bigger storage that goes up and over. I like to call it the tunnel storage. It's great for chairs, collapsible tables, grills, whichever you'd like to bring with on your trip. Down in here is going to be some more storage. Lots of storage on this unit. And in here you do have storage along with some 110 plugs to plug in your devices. Right here is going to be located your hot water heater. You don't have to go in there for anything. We just ask that you don't lean anything up against this when you do have the hot water heater going, as it could melt anything that is up against that. 2 outdoor speakers on this unit here, along with a nice big awning. And the controls for that will be right inside the door. I'll show you that as well. In these next compartments, you do have storage here. And this compartment here is going to be where your propane is located for your unit. Your propane can run your furnace, your hot water heater, as well as your stovetop and your fridge. In here is going to be your valve system. So you can open this up and that'll provide your gas to the inside of the unit. You do have a gauge on the outside here. One thing to note about all motorhome RVs and their propane systems, you will never get this 100% full. There is marks for 3/4 and full. They're very close together. You will never reach that full mark on these guys. To refill your propane, just go anywhere that does propane, take this yellow cap off, and then they'll connect their hose right directly onto there. That is the exterior of the unit. Let's go check out the inside. On the inside of the unit here, right away when you enter in the door, you'll see your main power switch. This is going to control the battery function from behind the captain's chairs. When this is off, nothing will work in the unit, even though you're plugged in. So always make sure that switch is up, the light is on. Right here, you do have a power step on and off. That's going to be if you don't want your step to come out every time that you do open up the door. You can switch your speakers here to inside outside for the radio. The awning in and out is going to be located here, and you do have an exterior light switch here. This is going to be your leveling system right here. All leveling systems are disabled on our rental fleet and DL, so I would not worry about anything with that. This is going to be your master control panel for the unit itself. This will control all the functions of the unit. For your slide, it'll be extend and retract right here. All you got to do is hold the extend button and the slide will go out. To retract it, you just hold that guy there. You do have your meters here, what you can see your battery levels at, what your freshwater tank is at, and what your black and your gray tank is. Remember, black is going to be your toilet water, gray is going to be your shower and sink water. Down below here is going to be your tank heaters. That's going to be if it gets below freezing at night and you do have water in the system or you've been using the toilet, make sure you flip that guy on. Water pump here, this is going to be to suck water out of the holding tank itself. This will create your water pressure. One thing to note, if you are hooked up to water connections, you do not need to use the water pump. It'll take the pressure from the spigot itself. Hot water heater here, you can flip for propane or electric. One thing to note with these guys is going to be if you're going to be using more water and more showers, always flip the propane on. That'll heat up a lot quicker. To start and stop the generator, you'll hold the stop button, little red light will turn on, then you hold the start button, and then you'll see it fire up, or you'll hear it more likely, and then you'll see this little red light on. That means that the generator is running. Right here, this is the dinette. This does fold down into a bed as well if you do need the extra sleeping space. Then you do have the couch over here. This does jackknife down into a bed as well. Then we'll get into the kitchen area. You do have a nice little power supply hole right there where you have USB, and then you do have the 110. Side note, if you do not have the generator running or you're not hooked up to power, none of your 110 outlets will work. So, and that includes your air conditioner as well. You do have a nice double sink here, nice microwave, and a 3-burner stove with an oven as well. On this side, you do have the fridge. To turn the fridge on, you just hit that power button, and this little droplet here means that it's going to be running on propane. You can change the modes here to auto. So what auto means is that it's going to pull from either whichever is more supply. So if you don't have enough battery power, it'll start sucking on the propane. Otherwise, it'll run right off of your battery or your generator. To set your temperature here, you can turn this all the way up. That'll be max cold. They do take about 3 to 4 hours to cool down. One way to test if your fridge is working, open up your freezer and touch the back of it. That'll be the first part to get cold. Then it'll go down to the fridge portion of it. Your power control system here, it'll tell you what power that you are hooked up to. So right now we are running the generator. So it says generator 33 amps. If you're not getting power to the system at all, say you have a dead outlet that you are plugged into, it'll say service none. And one big thing to know, if you are getting good power, the clock on the microwave will turn to zeros. That's how you know you're getting adequate power to your unit to run everything. Down here is going to be your heat and AC control. All you got to do is flip that over to cool for AC or flip it over to heat or fan. Set your temperature right there. And I always tell everybody to leave that on auto for the fan speed. And then you do have a couple light switches as well. Then we will go back here, and in the back here, this is going to be the bathroom. This is one of my favorite bathrooms out of all of our units. It's nice, big, and open. You do have a nice dual shower door here. We do recommend this clamp is on for transport, otherwise your doors will pop open and you'll hear a lot of banging, and that's a good way to break a door. In here you do have a nice step-in shower. You do have a couple switches over here for the bathroom light and the bathroom fan. And then you do have your bathroom sink here. All of your toilet paper and chemical that we do supply will be located underneath the sink. In the bathroom as well, you do have access to the master bedroom through the door here. And these do have privacy doors that just slide over. And back here is going to be your master bedroom. Nice queen size bed in here. A nice big wardrobe on the inside here. You guys are welcome to use that. Through the master bedroom, you do have access to the main cabin area. On the side here, you will have 2 twin size bunks, perfect for the kiddos or some adults. Nice sliding privacy curtains as well. And each bunk does have a light and a window. Okay guys, now we're up in the front cab portion of this. Like I said, truck portion of it, just like your regular vehicle. The Sony deck here, you can hit the home button. This is going to be your home screen. Right here is going to be radio. Then if you hit the home screen again, you do have Sirius XM, which is not hooked up right now. You do have Bluetooth audio and your phone. And then you can also view your rear camera when you are driving down the road. That way you can see if you're hauling bikes or anything like that, or if you're dragging something for some reason, you can see that back there. Then you hit the home button. You could slide this over. You can put a USB in there, and then you can also change the settings on this guy. For the backup camera, when you do put it in reverse, that is going to be your backup screen right there. And when you put it back in park, it takes a few seconds and it'll go back to your home screen. Other than that, you do have AC, your hazards. You do have a USB-C charger along with a USB charger. Your traction control, and then you do have 12-volt outlet there as well. Otherwise, everything else, your mic for your Bluetooth is going to be right there if you'd like to talk on the phone. Your blinkers, when you do turn on your blinkers, your blind spot camera system does turn on for either side. In the front here, you do have a nice full-size queen up over top of the captain's chairs. You do have a TV up here, and it does come with a ladder that does hook into here so that you can climb up there. It does have a little fall protection here. One end will just clip into this buckle here, and the other end will just clip right here on these latches, and do the same for the other side. There is a privacy curtain that you can attach right here that goes all the way across to block out any of your nosy neighbors' sunlight. And that'll be a wrap, guys. Let us know if you have any questions.